Yeah, for me, man, the thing that sold me with Kittle was just he's a total package, man. Can block, can run the routes, does it all. I love the fact that he was a later round draft pick coming in the 5th round, so he doesn't have the glamour and all the other things that you would get in the 1st and 2nd round pick. Along with the fact that he's doing it with Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo's a good quarterback, but he's not a top 10 or even a top 5 quarterback. So when I think about that, I'm like, that just adds to it. And he's realistically their number 1 receiver. When we talk about Travis Kelce, you can debate if Kelsey's the number 1 or if it's Tyreek Hill is the number 1. But with George Kittle in San Fran, there is no debate into that. He's the number 1 receiver, and that's why the offense is tailored for him and things like that. But I think, man, he's just clear-cut the best tight end right now. And the money that he just got.
Both
definitely back to the Well, Kelsey, the reason his is a little bit lower, he's a little bit older.
A little older, yeah.
Yeah, but he got paid like that for a reason, man.
Yeah, the thing with Kittle and Kelsey's like claim to fame is his route running and just his receiving and all that. He's
swaggy, boy, swaggy.
You could definitely make the argument like he's the better receiving tight end, but if you want to say that, Kittle is definitely not far off though. If not almost just equal or on par, because you look at Kittle's 2018. This was with who at quarterback? I mean, this is because Garoppolo got hurt in 18. 88 receptions, 1,377 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Wasn't that year when he set the record, right? Was it 18 he set the record?
For what? Receiving yards for a tight end? Yeah. I mean, that would have to be it, yeah.
It had to be the 18 season, yeah.
And with Kelce, he's had the 4 straight 1,000-yard years. I got him I think this was last year. This was 97 receptions, 1,229 yards, and 5 touchdowns. So, like I said, Kittle in 18 with that amount of yards and production at receiver, it's on par with Kelce. And then even last year, 1,053 yards, 5 touchdowns. Same amount. It was 75.2 yards per game, the same amount of yards per game as Kelce last year. Kittle just missed 2 games. So that's crazy. But then you add Kittle's blocking into play versus Kelce, and like you look at anyone, like at the NFL Top 100, all those players were talking about how great of a blocker Kittle is, where he's just like he loves blocking. He's able to actually like manhandle like defensive ends and like. So that's why I got Kittle as 1. I was considering. I was looking at Kelsey's playoff run because I know he had a really good playoff run. I was like, could this count for something where it could nudge Kittle up or Kelce up above Kittle? But when you look at what the San Fran 49ers did last year, they didn't really need Kittle to be receiving like that. Right. That's why his numbers were a little down in the playoff run. Whereas Kelce, he had 4 touchdowns in those 3 games. Yeah. But it wasn't really needed for Kittle like it was for Kelce because the Chiefs had to come back and everything. Right. So you got to give, I think you just got to give the nod to Kittle there.
Yeah, I think the thing is this, though. The nod is solely because of the blocking. I know you say they're close from a receiving standpoint. I don't think they're that close. I think the difference...
Straight numbers, though.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I think with the numbers, though, you have to realize in 18, there was no other receivers on San Fran. Marquise Goodwin was hurt as well. There was no Emmanuel Sanders at the time. There was no Deebo Samuel at the time. So they were force-feeding Kittle, which is why his numbers represented what they did. And trust me, he's still an elite player, elite athlete. But with Kelce has never had the offense like that, where it was just, oh, he's the only person, and they're going to force-feed him the ball this much during the game. He just didn't have those type of situations. Once Mahomes took over, you already had Tyreek Hill, so it was still, you're going to be sharing the ball and things like that. And then even before that, when they had Kareem Hunt, they were still going to be doing different things with it. But from just a flat out route running receiver standpoint, Kelce is definitely by himself in there, man. Like Kittle is dope, but Kelce is a nightmare, bro. But the thing that makes Kittle,
you've talked about him before. Yeah. Like you knew, bro, whenever you guys were going up against him. Like he's crazy.
Yeah, as soon as you match him on, you're like, yo, ball's going here. Like, just make the tackle. Like, it's bad. Whereas with Kittle, the thing that stands out with Kittle, like I said, is blocking. Like, if Kelce is an A+ when it comes to route running and stuff like that, Kittle is a B+ at worst, right? B+. But his blocking is A+. Like, that's it. Like, you think of how when Gronk was blocking, like Kittle was like that. And Kittle, like I said, he just loves it. Like you called him, man. He enjoys blocking, which is crazy because most of the time you're either elite at route running or elite at blocking. You're never elite at both. Yeah. And that's what he is. That's what makes him that whole total package. And like I said, the offense is set up perfect, man. That West Coast offense that they run, the crossing routes and all that other stuff, the play action, that's perfect for him. It's a tight end's dream out there, man. So, yeah, I don't have an issue with him at 1 at all, man.
No, yeah, so we agree on that, too.